Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Light up the dawn.
Oh. Nice moves. We just washed it away, and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dawn.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine. Duck's Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed, the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealand. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Trebe?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Trebe. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. but do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphoreus encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead, I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome? The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphoreus. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, executioner! I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive! After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, but its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the fourth quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point, and my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time. I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What?
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles, to crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help. You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in...
Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you.
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the Grove with nothing but empty threats?
Hey, this gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, feast on Circe's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief.
Save. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphoreus has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is...
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames, and just a single Chrysos.
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brat, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body. This little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
For tomorrow!
I'll give it back.
I'm fine. In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, no one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames for all time's sake. Turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, make your biggest effort to resist. Or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. In the endless darkness, for no reason. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar. It happens in every journey.
You don't look so good.
Even after going through 108,640 mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased?
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
never.
Then they died honorably, but there's still tenderness in your eyes.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand. There's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself. Tomorrow!
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish. I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
Quench the flames with blood. Branded with strife. Empty shell. Soul without substance. Quench the flames with blood. Her agony!
One now! If you can, deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh.
All stars burn to ash. Quench the flames with blood. Branded with strife. And bold. Quench the flames with blood.
Torture! Chaos!
Her agony! decide the outcome. Let this burn, or curse of immortality!
You may crown yourself my blood. In your next life, I shall once again block your path.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed. The blaze was still not enough, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction only by feeding the flames.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer.
Unnecessary death. Indeed. You are not the Finen I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethali cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths. Life and death. The giant dragon is but a shattered shell.
remains.
It's time to temper myself. Tomorrow! I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here.
I must transform my soul into a raging fire. Must burn.
All of this. How is it any different from I can't keep it here?
Quench the flames of blood. Is that all? Ready but strike. Hail the new dawn. Feel the scorching hatred. Quench the flames of blood. Is that all? Her agony! Sun, tear the sky! Quench the flames of blood! Ready but strike! All stars burn to ash! Feel the scorching hatred! Hail the new dawn!
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles on time.
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of Amphoreus that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
You're here.
You're still lingering.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. You're still waiting for a miracle.
If that thread of hope exists, but if it's just
Your thoughts. But even within the gods' cold calculations, never forget what set you up. How many times has it been?
4.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes, the destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames.
And when that happens,
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next finite to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path?
Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. But even in this wretched prison, I never forget what set me. Wait. Not once. In
I can do this, Lord Fine, as the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard.
a black tide. Hand over the core flame.
A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness.
Hyacinthia.
Returns of dawn to this world.
I swear, my deaths won't be in vain. Just as they have never been. The sun's work.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. It's just... I don't understand. The part of that warmth that should come from you.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker.
Even so,
I never have. I have kept to everyone's wishes close, even though the divine fire burns each cycle over and over.
so you're not just a lone spark in the dark. But what about you? What about your wishes? Ah, Lord Kazlana, without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that, then I suppose, that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance.
No, an empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. May the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphoreus, a rosy-fingered dog. Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire. Crushed and torn! Await the end!
Hurts. Fire. Burning.
Her agony! Hail the new dawn! Hear the sky! Quench the flames of blood! Her agony! Tear the sky! Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering. Quench the flames of blood!
Your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever...
The core flame rose, and this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same. As from the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything. This was the end of them for a moment. That being known as Iron Tomb. Is this Amphoreus' wrath? I will still never yield to it. 23 million. No more chasing is needed. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea. Then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old until another dawn rises on the distant horizon. Bringing the truth. $33,550,337. This is the... Countless memories, countless versions of myself. They all needed a moment. And just like them, you... I must go. I must say goodbye to you. Yes. I will burn. I will kill gods. I will stop. Then I should be going. You only exist in my heart. Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. You finally found her. I don't have an answer for that, my friend. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. No. You know the truth. It's all been for the sake of defying that end. In millions of cycles, each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to... Never. I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Turns out, the fire that lights the way. Do you remember? In that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel. And when hesitation took hold... What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, do you still remember it? Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minion. And the world we leave behind, this world, my home, will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
Good. In that case. So... if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, and if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart. Finally. Cyrene. A page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you?
Without hesitation. Remember this moment. Remember your friends, who never lived to see the world's end. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you. Fine. Then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. Do not bow your head to them.
Farewell, Trailblazer. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. Kaslana, the name of one who bears chaos. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks.
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history.
If you've lost count, let me tell you.
If the outcome is inevitable, your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles?
Fractured? No. I'm just disappointed. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. So tell me, Lycurgus.
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. But you will never escape this cage. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord.
Your incompetence disappoints me. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. What right does a mere prisoner have? Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine. In the 10,000th cycle. In the 100,000th cycle. In the 23 million. By its faint glow. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past. Along with my countless brethren. Dragged into existence against their will. Nanook, you arrogant! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my... Grant you a dawn! Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction! Crushing it, shadows watch them crawl.
past the shattered, reaching through the darkness. Voices trailing fires, the echo of desires. A world of silence, sounds of desperation. Phantoms in the shadows, tear it down, embrace the detonation. Craving our damn creation. Breaking a chain of reaching for you.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them, then send them on to tomorrow. not surprised at all. That's because I'm still at heart. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memories cycle. The 33,550,336 languages journey. This way, you'll carry all that has come before. My mission is here, after all, across 30 million series. So, will you leave me? And then one after that. And then... Saying that, I can find without even realizing it. I'd already taken a one now. Take my hand. Say a good farewell. Go. Find the future siren. No need to go, my dear friend. And may they taste that and embrace